What if you could cut your monthly expenses by a third without giving up safety, community, or career momentum? Today, we are counting down the 10 most affordable states in America to actually settle down, not just visit. In some of these places, a typical mortgage on a 3-bedroom home can be lower than rent on a studio in a coastal city. In others, low property taxes and cheaper utilities stack real savings you can feel every single month. As we go, I want you to keep score. Which state would fit your life if housing, healthcare access, and everyday costs all moved in your favor? Drop your guess for our number one in the comments right now and tell me why. If you get it right, I'll shout out a few winners in the next video. Here is what makes this list different. I am looking at value you can live with. That means median home prices compared to local incomes, typical rents as a share of paychecks, and real cost of living gaps on groceries, energy, and transportation. I will also flag extra perks that move the needle, like no state income tax, strong job anchors, or retiree-friendly costs. By the end, you will know which state lets a first-time buyer trade rent for equity faster, which spot gives remote workers the biggest lifestyle upgrade for the dollar, and which coastal wildcard surprises almost everyone. We will move from solid value to the very best deal in the country, and along the way I will share quick city picks inside each state so you can start your shortlist today. Ready to find the place where your money goes further and life gets easier? Let's kick off the countdown. 10. Tennessee. When people think about affordable places to settle down in the United States, Tennessee consistently makes the conversation. One of the biggest reasons is that Tennessee has no state income tax, immediately putting more money back into residents' pockets. In fact, Tennessee has the 10th lowest overall cost of living in the country, a remarkable achievement for a state that offers both vibrant cities and quiet rural charm. For anyone looking to balance affordability with opportunity, this state has become an increasingly popular choice. Housing in Tennessee is far more accessible than the national average. In Memphis, one of the state's largest and most culturally rich cities, the typical home costs around $226,000. Compare this to the national median, which hovers around $370,000, and the value becomes clear. Homebuyers are able to enter the housing market at a far lower price point, while still enjoying the amenities of a major metropolitan area. Renters also benefit, with rates that sit comfortably below the national average. Whether you are a young professional saving for your first home or a retiree looking to downsize, Tennessee's housing market provides room to breathe. Affordability in Tennessee is not limited to housing. Everyday expenses like groceries, healthcare, and transportation trend below national norms. This matters especially to retirees on fixed incomes, who find their dollars stretch further here. Cities like Knoxville, Chattanooga, and Nashville each offer distinct lifestyles, yet all share this underlying advantage of lower daily costs. Knoxville has gained recognition as a family-friendly hub with strong schools and access to the Great Smoky Mountains, while Chattanooga has revitalized its downtown into a walkable, outdoor-oriented environment perfect for active living. Nashville, often associated with rising costs due to its music industry boom, still remains more affordable compared to coastal cultural centers like Los Angeles or New York. The job market in Tennessee has grown steadily, adding to its appeal. Manufacturing, healthcare, logistics, and entertainment all play strong roles in the state's economy. Nashville has emerged as a healthcare hub, home to major hospital networks and medical research companies. Memphis boasts a global transportation footprint, being the headquarters of FedEx, which anchors countless jobs tied to shipping and logistics. 9. West Virginia. West Virginia holds the distinction of being one of the most affordable states in America, and when you break down the numbers, it is easy to see why. The average home value in the state is about $147,000, which is less than half the United States average and, in fact, the lowest in the nation. For families who have been priced out of coastal or urban markets, or for retirees who are looking to make their savings last, West Virginia offers a housing market that remains accessible while providing the comforts of a slower, more relaxed pace of life. Take Charleston, the state capital, as an example. The average home in Charleston costs only about $158,000. To put that into perspective, a buyer could purchase 2 homes in Charleston for the price of a single average home in many other states. Renters find even greater relief. as the cost of a two-bedroom apartment in Charleston is roughly $795 per month. Compared to national averages, where two-bedroom rentals frequently climb past $1,500, this is an extraordinary savings. For young couples just starting out, this difference can mean hundreds of dollars left over each month to put towards savings, student loans, or family needs. The cost advantages go beyond housing. West Virginia's overall cost of living sits significantly below the national average, making day-to-day expenses like groceries, utilities, and healthcare more manageable. Retirees on fixed incomes especially value this, as it ensures their savings and pensions stretch further. Healthcare costs, often a pressing concern for older populations, remain comparatively lower here than in many other states. For anyone seeking financial security in retirement, West Virginia offers a peace of mind that is increasingly rare in today's economy. Another factor in West Virginia's appeal is its natural environment. Known as the Mountain State, West Virginia is rich with scenic landscapes, hiking trails, rivers, and state parks. The low cost of living does not mean sacrificing quality of life, because residents enjoy affordable access to outdoor recreation all year long. Whether it is whitewater rafting on the New River Gorge, hiking through Monongahela National Forest, or fishing in one of the state's many lakes, outdoor activities are abundant and often free. This combination of natural beauty and affordability creates a lifestyle that blends relaxation with adventure, all without the financial pressure of more expensive states. While some might assume that such low costs indicate a lack of opportunity, West Virginia has been steadily diversifying its economy. Traditionally associated with coal mining, the state has expanded into healthcare, manufacturing, and tourism. Charleston and Huntington have become regional centers for healthcare services, with hospitals and medical centers providing both jobs and critical services to residents. The rise of outdoor tourism, fueled by the designation of the New River Gorge as a national park, has also brought new economic life to small towns. For remote workers, the affordability of West Virginia is a game changer, as high-speed internet access continues to expand, making it possible to earn big city wages while enjoying small-town costs. Property taxes in West Virginia are among the lowest in the United States, further boosting affordability for homeowners. For example, annual property taxes on a typical home may cost just a fraction of what owners pay in states like New Jersey or Illinois. Combined with the state's lower home prices, this ensures that West Virginians spend far less of their income on housing-related expenses overall. Culturally, West Virginia retains a strong sense of community. Many of its towns and cities pride themselves on close-knit neighborhoods where people know their neighbors. Local festivals celebrate heritage, and family ties run deep. For people looking to escape the anonymity of large urban centers, this culture of belonging is an additional attraction. 8. Arkansas. Arkansas has long flown under the radar compared to its southern neighbors, yet it has quietly built a reputation as one of the most affordable states in the nation. For people seeking a place where the cost of living is low without sacrificing quality of life, Arkansas delivers in nearly every respect. Housing is the strongest factor. The median home price across the state is about $220,000, well below the national median of roughly $370,000. This difference of more than $150,000 makes homeownership possible for families, young professionals, and retirees alike who might be struggling to afford property in more expensive markets. In Little Rock, the state capital, housing costs remain among the most affordable in the nation for a city of its size. A homebuyer can expect to find a comfortable single-family house for far less than what similar homes cost in states like Texas or Florida. Beyond affordability, Little Rock also functions as a hub of healthcare and education, ensuring that residents have access to essential services while paying less for them. For retirees who prioritize access to hospitals and specialists, Little Rock's medical network provides reassurance, and the savings in both housing and healthcare make it an ideal place to stretch retirement savings. Northwest Arkansas, anchored by cities such as Fayetteville, Bentonville, and Springdale, has become one of the fastest-growing regions in the state. This growth is fueled by a combination of affordable living and strong job opportunities. Bentonville, famously home to Walmart's headquarters, has attracted a growing number of corporate professionals, while Fayetteville, with the University of Arkansas, adds a vibrant college town atmosphere. Even with these growing economies, the cost of living in Northwest Arkansas remains well below the U.S. average, and housing prices are still accessible compared to larger metropolitan areas elsewhere in the country. For young families or professionals, this balance of job growth and low cost makes Northwest Arkansas especially appealing. The low cost of living extends to nearly every aspect of daily life in Arkansas. Groceries, utilities, and transportation all trend below national averages, allowing households to save money each month. A family in Fayetteville or Hot Springs will spend hundreds less per year on necessities compared to families living in states like California or New York. For retirees, this means pensions and Social Security checks cover more ground, while for working professionals, savings can be directed toward investments, education, or family travel. Arkansas also provides the advantage of affordable land. For those who dream of building their own home or maintaining a property with acreage, land prices are dramatically cheaper than in most parts of the country. Rural Arkansas offers opportunities for larger lots and country living at a fraction of the cost. Many retirees and families alike value the ability to have space, gardens, or small farms without the crushing expense that similar properties command elsewhere. The state's natural beauty further enhances its appeal. Known as the natural state, Arkansas boasts the Ozark and Ouachita Mountains, countless lakes, rivers, and hot springs. Residents can enjoy fishing, boating, and hiking almost year-round at little to no cost. Hot Springs National Park, with its historic bathhouses and therapeutic waters, offers retirees a relaxing lifestyle attraction, while outdoor enthusiasts can explore trails and waterways across the state. These low-cost or free recreational opportunities amplify the affordability of life here, making Arkansas not only cheaper but also more enjoyable. 7. Nebraska. Nebraska often does not make the headlines when people talk about affordable places to live in America, yet it stands as one of the most stable and budget-friendly states for settling down. Known as the Cornhusker State, Nebraska blends Midwestern values, steady job markets, and some of the lowest costs of living among metropolitan areas in the country. For those who are considering relocation with affordability as their top priority, Nebraska deserves close attention. The housing market is the most compelling reason to look at Nebraska. In Omaha, the state's largest city, the median home price is around $254,000, which is roughly 30% lower than the national median of about $370,000. This gap translates into tens of thousands of dollars in savings for buyers while still offering access to a growing, opportunity-rich city. For renters, affordability is equally strong. Overall, living expenses in Omaha run about 7% below the U.S. average, and housing is a major contributor to that difference. Families can rent spacious apartments or purchase starter homes without feeling the strain of inflated housing markets that dominate many coastal states. Lincoln, Nebraska's capital and second-largest city, is another bright spot. The presence of the University of Nebraska brings not only cultural vibrancy, but also consistent demand for housing and services. Yet even here, costs remain manageable. The city provides a balance between small-town friendliness and the amenities of a larger community, all at prices well below national norms. For retirees, Lincoln offers access to healthcare, community activities, and educational opportunities, while younger professionals benefit from steady employment prospects tied to both education and state government. Daily living expenses reinforce Nebraska's affordability. Groceries, utilities, and transportation are all less expensive than the national average. For example, energy costs in Nebraska trend lower thanks to its central location and diverse energy production. The result is that Nebraskans spend less of their income each month on basic necessities, freeing up money for savings, investments, or leisure. This matters significantly for retirees living on fixed incomes and for families hoping to build wealth without sacrificing quality of life. The job market in Nebraska is stable and diverse. Agriculture remains a central pillar, but Omaha has become a financial and insurance hub, often compared to a smaller version of Wall Street. Major companies in banking, telecommunications, and logistics are headquartered in or operate within Omaha, giving residents access to a wide range of career paths. Lincoln, meanwhile, anchors government and education jobs, providing a steady flow of secure employment. This economic variety protects Nebraska from the kinds of volatility that sometimes affect single industry states, making it a safe choice for both long-term stability and affordable living. Property taxes in Nebraska are slightly higher than some of the other states on this list, but the offset comes from lower housing prices and reduced overall costs. Even with modestly higher property tax rates, the actual annual bills for homeowners are still much less than what residents in high-cost states pay. Combined with the affordable upfront purchase prices, owning a home in Nebraska remains one of the best deals in the Midwest. Culturally, Nebraska surprises many newcomers. Omaha offers a lively arts and music scene, including the world-renowned Omaha Symphony and a variety of festivals. The Henry Doorly Zoo, often ranked among the best in the world, adds to the city's family-friendly appeal. Lincoln has a strong college town atmosphere, filled with sporting events, local dining, and cultural activities tied to the university. 6. Iowa. Iowa has consistently been recognized as one of the most affordable states in America, but in recent years, its value has become even more apparent as housing costs and daily living expenses have soared nationwide. What sets Iowa apart is its unique combination of low housing costs, inexpensive healthcare, and strong community living, all while providing access to steady employment and quality amenities. For people who want a balance of affordability and livability, Iowa is a compelling option. The housing market is perhaps the most striking feature. Across the state, home prices are far below the national median of around $370,000. In Des Moines, the capital and largest city, renters spend only about 19% of their income on rent, compared to a national average closer to 33%. That means renters in Des Moines have significantly more disposable income to direct towards savings, debt reduction, or personal goals. For home buyers, the situation is equally favorable. Typical home prices in Iowa are just over 3.5 times the median household income, a far healthier ratio than in expensive coastal markets where home prices can climb to 7 or 8 times local incomes. This affordability extends into smaller Iowa cities as well. Cedar Rapids, for example, offers single-family homes in the $180,000 to $200,000 range, making it accessible to young families and retirees. Ames, home to Iowa State University, combines affordability with the vibrancy of a college town, while Davenport and the Quad Cities region provide affordable housing near the Mississippi River with access to both cultural attractions and outdoor recreation. The consistency of affordability across Iowa's cities means that residents have options, whether they prefer the pace of an urban environment or the calm of a smaller town. Healthcare in Iowa is another standout advantage. The state is known for having some of the lowest healthcare costs in the country, which is critical for retirees who prioritize long-term affordability. Access to quality hospitals and clinics in cities like Iowa City, home to the University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics, ensures residents are not sacrificing quality of care for lower costs. When combined with low housing expenses, this makes Iowa particularly attractive for retirees looking to maximize the value of their retirement funds. The overall cost of living in Iowa remains well below the national average. Utilities, groceries, and transportation costs are consistently lower, reducing the monthly burden on households. Families benefit from lower childcare expenses compared to larger metropolitan areas, while retirees find that their fixed incomes go further without constant pressure from high living costs. This balance is what has kept Iowa on many best places to retire lists in recent years. The job market in Iowa is diverse and reliable. Agriculture remains a foundation, but the state has developed strong industries in finance, manufacturing, healthcare, and education. Des Moines, for instance, has become a hub for insurance and financial services, hosting major companies that provide stable employment opportunities. Manufacturing continues to thrive in cities like Cedar Rapids and Waterloo, while education and healthcare jobs are widespread thanks to the presence of universities and hospitals. This diversity insulates Iowa from the kinds of sharp economic swings that can hit single industry states, adding to the sense of security for residents. Culturally, Iowa offers more than many expect. Des Moines has a growing arts and food scene, with festivals, farmers markets, and community events that bring residents together. College towns like Ames and Iowa City offer cultural vibrancy through music, theater, and sports, making them attractive to younger populations, as well as retirees who enjoy staying engaged. The state also maintains a strong sense of community, with smaller towns fostering the kind of neighborly support and connection that many people feel is missing in larger urban areas. 5. Alabama. Alabama consistently ranks as one of the most affordable states to live in the United States, making it a strong contender for anyone looking to stretch their budget while maintaining a good quality of life. With housing prices typically under $250,000, well below the national median of around $370,000, Alabama provides opportunities for homeownership that remain out of reach in much of the country. For individuals and families alike, this makes the state a beacon of affordability in a market where rising costs have pushed many out of buying altogether. Take Huntsville as a prime example. Once a modest southern city, Huntsville has experienced growth thanks to its reputation as a hub for aerospace and defense. NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center in the U.S. Army's Redstone Arsenal are both located here, creating a steady stream of well-paying jobs. Despite the city's economic growth, the cost of housing remains accessible, with average home prices still far more affordable than in tech hubs like Austin or Denver. For families seeking job opportunities in science and engineering while avoiding sky-high housing markets, Huntsville provides an unmatched balance. Birmingham, the largest city in Alabama, tells a similar story. With its roots in steel and manufacturing, Birmingham has expanded into finance, healthcare, and technology. Housing in Birmingham remains affordable, with plenty of historic neighborhoods offering charm at prices that first-time buyers can actually afford. For retirees, Birmingham's growing medical infrastructure, anchored by the University of Alabama at Birmingham's Medical Center, ensures access to top-tier healthcare without the inflated costs associated with larger metropolitan areas. The combination of healthcare access and lower housing expenses makes Birmingham especially attractive to older populations. Smaller cities and towns in Alabama further highlight the state's affordability. In Montgomery, the state capital, median home prices hover in the low $200,000 range, and rental costs remain significantly lower than the national average. Mobile, located on the Gulf Coast, provides a coastal lifestyle for a fraction of the cost of Florida or California beach towns. With home prices averaging under $250,000, retirees can enjoy warm weather, ocean breezes, and affordable living in a way that is almost impossible elsewhere in the country. Day-to-day living expenses reinforce Alabama's value. The overall cost of living is well below the national average, with groceries, healthcare, and utilities all trending lower. Property taxes in Alabama are among the lowest in the country, which further reduces the long-term costs of homeownership. For retirees living on fixed incomes, this combination of low upfront housing prices and reduced annual expenses ensures their money goes significantly further than it would in higher-cost states. For families, it frees up income for education, savings, or simply enjoying life without constant financial stress. The state's climate is another factor that adds value. Mild winters reduce heating costs compared to northern states, and the extended warm season allows for more outdoor living. Residents can enjoy year-round access to state parks, lakes, and beaches without the expense of traveling far. This is particularly meaningful for retirees and families who want recreational opportunities close to home. Outdoor life in Alabama often comes at little to no cost, enhancing the lifestyle benefits of settling in the state. Culturally, Alabama is rich in history, music, and food. From the civil rights heritage of Montgomery and Selma to the jazz and blues traditions of Birmingham, residents enjoy cultural depth without the price tag of larger, more famous cities. The state's southern hospitality creates a strong sense of community, making it easier for newcomers to integrate. For retirees seeking a slower pace of life, and for families seeking supportive communities, this cultural warmth is an added bonus that pairs well with affordability. Employment opportunities are varied across the state. Aerospace, defense, automotive manufacturing, and healthcare provide steady growth. Huntsville and Birmingham have attracted new businesses, while Toyota, Mercedes-Benz, and Hyundai all operate major plants in Alabama, providing stable manufacturing jobs. 4. Missouri. Missouri often surprises people when it comes to affordability. While it may not be the first state that comes to mind for relocation or retirement, it has quietly become one of the best options for those looking to settle down without draining their finances. With a strategic location in the heart of the Midwest, two major urban hubs, and some of the lowest costs of living in the country, Missouri combines economic opportunity with budget-friendly housing and daily expenses that remain far below the national average. One of the biggest attractions in Missouri is its housing market. In both St. Louis and Kansas City, home buyers find prices that are significantly more affordable than in other major metropolitan areas. A typical single-family home in either city can cost well under $300,000, compared to the national median of about $370,000. This makes Missouri particularly appealing to first-time buyers who have been priced out of other cities, as well as to retirees looking to downsize without sacrificing amenities. Renters also enjoy some of the lowest rates among large cities, often paying hundreds less per month compared to similar apartments in states like Colorado, Florida, or New York. Beyond the cities, Missouri offers affordable housing in smaller towns and rural areas. Communities such as Columbia, Springfield, and Jefferson City provide even lower home prices while still offering access to healthcare, education, and cultural life. Springfield, for instance, has been drawing more attention as a retirement destination because it combines extremely low housing prices with healthcare facilities and a growing arts scene. For those who prefer a slower pace of life while still enjoying urban conveniences, Missouri's smaller cities deliver excellent value. The affordability extends into daily living expenses. Groceries, transportation, and utilities all trend below national averages, making it easier for families to save money each month. Missouri is also known for its relatively low property taxes and below-average overall tax burden, which gives homeowners additional financial relief. For retirees on fixed incomes, this means that a dollar stretches further, covering not just essentials but also leisure activities and healthcare. For working families, lower costs free up income for education, investments, or discretionary spending. Economically, Missouri provides stability and opportunity. St. Missouri. Louis has long been a center for healthcare, education, and manufacturing, with major institutions like Washington University and a growing medical sector anchoring the local economy. Kansas City, meanwhile, has developed a reputation for entrepreneurship, finance, and logistics. Its central location makes it a key hub for distribution, and its thriving arts and food scenes make it culturally vibrant. Both cities provide employment opportunities that rival more expensive regions, while maintaining the advantage of affordable living costs. Cultural life in Missouri is richer than many expect. St. Louis is home to the Gateway Arch, world-class museums, and a famous zoo that is free to the public. Kansas City has earned national recognition for its jazz heritage and barbecue traditions, offering an active dining and entertainment culture without the price tag of bigger metropolitan areas. For retirees, these attractions provide low-cost ways to stay active and engaged, while for families, they create a stimulating environment for raising children. Outdoor life is another major benefit. Missouri is home to the Ozark Mountains, numerous rivers, and lakes such as Lake of the Ozarks, where residents can enjoy boating, fishing, hiking, and camping at a fraction of the cost of outdoor activities in more expensive states. Many of these recreational opportunities are low-cost or free, which aligns perfectly with the goal of maximizing affordability while still maintaining a fulfilling lifestyle. Missouri's location also adds value, savings. For individuals, families, and retirees alike, this Midwestern state provides an affordable path to homeownership and a balanced lifestyle. Wichita, the largest city in Kansas, highlights this affordability most clearly. The median home value here is about $218,000, which is nearly 40% lower than the national median of around $370,000. This dramatic gap allows families to buy a spacious home for the same price that might only cover a small condo in more expensive markets. Renters also benefit significantly. Wichita boasts some of the lowest rents in the country, averaging about $1,120 per month for a typical apartment, which is nearly half the national average. For young professionals saving for a home or retirees living on fixed income, the difference adds up quickly, leaving more money available for savings or lifestyle choices. Kansas City, which straddles the border between Kansas and Missouri, provides another example of affordable urban living. On the Kansas side, neighborhoods offer accessible housing prices while giving residents proximity to cultural amenities, restaurants, and a growing job market. For those who want a big city feel without big city prices, this region is a sweet spot. Similarly, Topeka, the state capital, offers even lower home prices while providing stable employment through state government and healthcare institutions. Smaller cities like Lawrence, home to the University of Kansas, blend the vibrancy of a college town with affordable housing options, making them attractive for both students and long-term residents. The affordability of Kansas is not limited to housing. Daily living expenses are consistently below national averages. Groceries, utilities, and transportation costs in Kansas are cheaper than in many surrounding states. Families find that childcare costs are less burdensome compared to metropolitan areas in other parts of the country, and retirees appreciate the lower price tags on healthcare and essentials. For many, this means the ability to live comfortably without stretching budgets thin. Kansas's economy provides further stability to support this affordability. Known as the air capital of the world, Wichita has a long history tied to the aviation industry, with companies such as Spirit Aerosystems and Textron Aviation providing thousands of jobs. Agriculture also remains a cornerstone of the state's economy, ensuring stability in times when other sectors might fluctuate. Healthcare, education, and logistics round out the job market, offering opportunities across industries. This diversity helps insulate the state from economic shocks and creates a solid environment for those seeking both employment and affordability. Property taxes in Kansas are moderate, but when paired with the state's low housing prices, the overall burden remains far below what homeowners face in higher-cost states. Even with property taxes considered, owning a home in Kansas costs significantly less than renting or buying in cities along the coast. For retirees, this means long-term affordability and financial predictability, while for families, it means the chance to build wealth through home equity without taking on unmanageable debt. Culturally, Kansas offers more than its reputation might suggest. Wichita has a growing arts district, museums, and family-friendly attractions. 2. Oklahoma. Oklahoma is one of the most underrated states in the country when it comes to affordable living, yet the data shows it belongs near the very top of any affordability ranking. With a cost of living that is nearly 18% below the national average, Oklahoma makes everyday essentials like groceries, utilities, and healthcare significantly cheaper than what residents face elsewhere. For anyone searching for a place where dollars stretch further, Oklahoma is an attractive and practical option. Housing costs are a standout factor. In Oklahoma City, the state's capital and largest metropolitan area, the median home price is about $231,000. Compared to the national median of approximately $370,000, that represents a savings of almost 40%. The affordability of Oklahoma housing means that families, retirees, and young professionals alike can buy larger homes with more space for less money. Renters also benefit, with average monthly rents falling well below national figures. For example, while many renters across the country face payments exceeding $1,500, typical Oklahoma rents are several $100s less, making it easier for households to save. Tulsa, Oklahoma's second-largest city, offers a similar story. Once known as the oil capital of the world, Tulsa has reinvented itself as a city with a diverse economy, including strong sectors in aerospace, finance, and technology. Home prices remain accessible, and the city has actively promoted itself as a destination for remote workers, even offering incentive programs to attract new residents. For those who work remotely or can bring their jobs with them, Tulsa provides big city amenities, a vibrant cultural scene, and affordable housing that is rare to find elsewhere. The overall cost of living advantage is not limited to housing. Energy costs, in particular, are lower in Oklahoma due to its role as a major producer of oil and natural gas. This translates directly into cheaper utility bills for residents. Food and healthcare also cost less compared to the national average, which has a huge impact on retirees living on fixed incomes. Families find that childcare and education expenses are manageable, while younger workers benefit from the ability to save money early in their careers. Employment opportunities in Oklahoma are diverse and stable. Beyond its traditional strength in energy, the state has built industries in aerospace and aviation, agriculture, and logistics. Tinker Air Force Base, located near Oklahoma City, is one of the largest employers in the state and supports thousands of jobs in defense and technology. Meanwhile, Tulsa's economy has continued to diversify, attracting companies in technology and creative industries. The availability of good jobs paired with low costs of living makes Oklahoma a compelling option for people looking to relocate without sacrificing economic opportunity. Taxes in Oklahoma are also moderate compared to many other states. While there is a state income tax, the overall tax burden remains manageable when paired with low home prices and inexpensive daily living costs. Property taxes in particular are significantly lower than in high-cost states, which ensures that long-term homeownership remains affordable. For retirees and homeowners alike, this creates financial predictability that helps with long-term planning. Culturally, Oklahoma provides a surprising depth of experiences. Oklahoma City is home to a growing arts district, a strong food scene, and professional sports teams. 1. Mississippi. Mississippi has long carried the reputation of being the most affordable state in America, and in 2025, it still holds that crown. With a cost of living about 15% lower than the national average, Mississippi allows residents to stretch their dollars further than almost anywhere else. Whether you are a young professional starting out, a family seeking stability, or a retiree hoping to maximize savings, Mississippi offers the rare combination of low costs and high livability. The biggest draw is housing. In Gulfport, one of the state's most attractive coastal cities, the median home value is only about $188,000. That is roughly half the national median of $370,000. This means that for the price of a modest home in many parts of the country, you could afford a significantly larger home, even one near the beach in Mississippi. The affordability is not limited to Gulfport. Across the state, home prices remain accessible, making it possible for first-time buyers and retirees to purchase property without the burden of heavy debt. Rental costs follow the same trend, with apartments and houses renting for hundreds less per month compared to national averages. Day-to-day living costs further reinforce Mississippi's #1 ranking. Groceries, utilities, transportation, and healthcare all fall below national averages. For retirees living on fixed incomes, this matters significantly. Social Security checks and pensions simply go further here, allowing retirees to cover essentials comfortably while still leaving room for leisure. Families benefit as well, with reduced expenses freeing up money for savings, college funds, or home improvements. The state's affordability ensures that residents enjoy financial breathing room, a rare luxury in many other parts of the country. Healthcare access in Mississippi, while not perfect, is bolstered by lower costs relative to national figures. Retirees value this especially, as medical expenses can be one of the largest burdens in later years. In cities like Jackson and Hattiesburg, hospitals and clinics provide necessary care at more manageable costs, which adds another layer of financial relief for residents. Property taxes in Mississippi are among the lowest in the United States, which makes long-term homeownership especially attractive. Owning a home here not only comes with a lower purchase price, but also with lower annual expenses. For retirees, this translates into predictable, affordable housing costs well into retirement. For families, it means building wealth through equity without the stress of large property tax bills. The state's climate and natural beauty add another dimension to its affordability. Mild winters reduce heating costs, while long summers make it possible to enjoy the outdoors year-round. But remember, affordability looks different for everyone. Some of you may be drawn to beaches, while others see job growth or lower property taxes as the biggest win. Which state caught your eye? Could you actually see yourself moving there in the next few years? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'll feature some of your picks in future videos. If you guessed our #1 correctly, congrats. You're already thinking like a savvy homebuyer. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss upcoming breakdowns of cheap cities, retirement hotspots, and more. Thanks for watching, and here's to finding the place where your money goes further. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our next videos. We're planning something amazing up ahead.